So goodbye, everyone. This was Stephanie Hans, and if you want to do it right, you can collect with your right.
Welcome back to the Team Nerd Herd podcast, where our best advice is if you want to do it right, collect what you like. Where the heck's everybody at? Father's Day.
Yeah, that's one thing we can't do here around here.
Oh, with the three non-fathers here in the group.
Yeah, man.
We're those responsibilities.
We're those dope uncles, though, man. We bring the box full of goodies.
Are we the dope uncles or the messed up uncles?
We could put a little bit of both. I mean, you need a little, mixture of it all. You keep it a little bit exciting, Keep them on their toes.
But we could always pull in some people to help us out.
Oh yeah. You guys know our guests. They're pillars in the community. They're posting on Instagram daily. They got their shows together and separate, bringing in comic relief. Our brother Morbius and No Good Comics. Bring them in, JR. Boom. Dropping that bomb.
Fellas, what is going on?
No, man.
Happy
I'm sorry, Morbius. There's no drinking on the show tonight.
Oh no, there is.
I'm kidding.
I got pH balanced water.
Yeah, dude.
Morbius like, I can't do anything.
We're now Google employees, man.
We're owned by the man
no blue
now.
Shirts, Morbius. No blue shirts either.
No blue shirts either.
We've
There goes
out,
Steve
guys.
too.
Oh, here, let me take this off real quick.
No, keep that on, please. We got to keep the PG rating going.
Yeah.
All right. But that, oh, I know. My bad. We don't want to lose subscribers. All right, let's go ahead and get this roll call going, and then we'll go ahead and holler at the herd chat, and then we'll go ahead and get back at it. What's going on, JR? Talk to me, my brother. How was your Sunday? Nothing.
It wasn't too bad. Pretty much slept most of the day, so it's always a good day for me. Other than that, it's a good week. I'm JR, your resident asshole. That's my one for the night. Other than that, Star Wars fan and DC hater, I guess, just for 801 out there. Let me pass on over to Nick. How are you doing, sir? Long time no see.
Yo, what up, everybody? Yeah, this is Nick, Firestone Comics. I don't have any children, so I had no excuse not to be here. I'm excited, to hang out here with the crew. What's up, Mobius?
Hey, man, I'm chilling, man. Once again, thank you guys for having me here. It's actually one of those late nights for me. I'm not used to being up this late on a Sunday. So it was really big, especially having a crazy weekend that I did, being a proud father of 3 children. And I just realized I'm like the only dad here. I thought, I was expecting you to have...
The kids are in bed, huh?
Well, I'm Steve's dad, but...
Hell no.
Dad, I'm sorry.
You must be out of your dang mind.
I've been called Press Daddy a couple times. I don't know.
No, you're it, bro. You're it.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man. Just like I said, had a great weekend. Loved it, man. Hanging out with the kids and enjoying myself. So yeah, it was just crazy. I've been up at it all day. So don't mind me if I'm a little quiet right now. I had a long day and I have not stopped drinking. So we're gonna just keep it going. What up? No good. I saw you had something going on this weekend.
Hell yeah, man. First of all, thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it. As always, telling Alonzo earlier today, you guys know, you guys are my family. I feel like Team Nerd Herd, been running with you guys since day one. Appreciate you guys being on, and I'm just excited to be doing this whole thing. So anybody that doesn't know me, I'm Justin, aka No Good Comics. I live over on Instagram for the most part, but I do have a little YouTube channel as well. Yeah, man, the weekend was good. I lost some money over at the casino. I got to run into Roger Levesque from 3 Men in the Basement, hung out with him, had a few drinks. And then I just topped it all off with a big win in golf for John Rahm. Had a big number on him. And so that was a nice little win to kind of close out the weekend.
So before or after Roger did you have money? Like, when did you lose the money?
All right, so I had a good amount of money, and then Roger showed up, and then all the money was gone, and it was just boom. I was like,
Okay.
way to throw it out there, JR.
but it was all good times. I actually taught him how to play some craps. So next time you see us, maybe Terrificon, you'll see Roger and I both at the craps table, losing together, hopefully winning together this time around.
Because you guys
we'll
are at
turn it
Foxborough, right?
Yeah,
Foxwoods?
Foxwoods. Yeah, we went to Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, and he lives like 40 minutes away from there. So he ended up meeting up with me over in Foxwoods. I had one night free at Mohegan, and then the other night my girlfriend and I stayed at Foxwoods. So it's a nice little getaway, man. Nice little getaway.
Yeah,
that's right, man. Being all rejuvenated and everything.
Yeah. Now got sipping a little now just to kind of keep it going.
I feel it.
Brother,
you got to close it out.
Cheers.
All right.
Cool.
And the chat, sir.
Yeah, let's go ahead in the chat. But what's going on? It's your boy Steve, aka Hip Hop Send Me _comics_collectibles, one show scale collector, comic book lover, and chaser of all things nostalgic. Let's go ahead and hit this.
My bad, Steve. I didn't throw it up to you, brother.
No, man, you were taking that sip, bro. I was like,
don't worry, Justin. None of us usually do.
Yeah, dude. Don't even worry, man. Don't mind me.
In the corner.
Poor Steve gets beat up on the most on this podcast.
Yeah. All right, let's hit it. What's going on, Copy 801? My brother, what's going on? Was talking to him earlier this afternoon. If y'all didn't check his rewind with the low grades and Jose, Spidey Tumblers, and Susie, go ahead and check that out. Get you some. Comics Kings, my brother, what's cracking? Had a dope interview yesterday. Go ahead and check his rewind out as well. Much love to you. All right, Something Wong. Something right is going to happen tonight. What's going on, my brother? Thank you for joining us. He is our moderator to the Team Nerd Herd, so he is our brother full-fledged. All right, let's go down the pike. What's going on, Phil? Phil, what's cracking, my brother? If you guys didn't check that Spine Ticks last night, they had the Space Bastards creative team on. It was an awesome interview, y'all. Definitely loved it. Adobo Ninja, what's cracking, man? What's cracking, brother? Just coming in and out in the shadows. What's going on? To my hermano, Eric the Phoenix, rising from those ashes, my indie brother, Sparks. What's going on, Sparks? Ooh, I jumped a little bit. My bad. Let me crack back up. All right, I see. All right, Sparks, what's going on, my brother? What's going on? Raging Cajun JD, what's cracking, my brother? Thank you for coming. Sam, I am. What's cracking, my brother? Geek Driven, Jeff, what's cracking, bro? Good to see you. Yesterday was dope. Was cracking up, man. I was in tears. Joker, yeah, boy. What's going on? If you guys missed East Meets West and Coffee and Comics, go ahead and check those rewinds. That hip hop segment, dude, on Nas' album, man, was sick. Man, it was a great way to start Saturday morning, y'all. Don't forget. Mark your calendars. Shout outs to ComicsRGreat, another NY Warriors brethren. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, including you, Anthony, my brother. Enjoy. What the heck, Alonzo? You should be celebrating Father's Day, brother, but you're here with us. Thank you. Comics and Pops, my brother. I think we're having a slow lag. My bad, guys. I think we're all no. We got Hey Panderero. I just killed that, man. My bad. Thank you for joining us, and we got No Good up in here too, man. All right. So with that being said, we have run down the herd chat. Let's go ahead and get these top picks of the week. And I think your boys starting off on first. So let's get on home.
Yes, sir.
Get the right one.
Bam.
Why is it not? Oh,
Alonzo's here just to make sure that there's no fires.
Yeah. Just to make sure JR's in line. So we got those top picks of the week for June 23rd, man. And your boy starting off with an Image title. I got the creative team of Doug Wagner and Daniel Hillard on the art, and it's vinyl. It's it's basically a psychopath horror tale. This guy Walter, this guy's Walter, and he's already a psychopath. There's a lot going on with him. He gets caught on this sunflower farm deep in these labyrinth burrows and finds out that he's got more to bargain for. I bought that Frankie's exclusive Right to Your Right, but to me, dude, I'm trying all these horror titles out. I know there are a lot of different titles on an indie spec that came through this week, but like when it's horror, I'm jumping on it. This is the B cover. There's an A cover as well, and then you got the Frankies. So I'm ready for this, man. I just want to see what it's all about. I was reading serial kill. What? No, not serial kill. What's it called? I just pulled it. Nail biters, and that's pretty good. So I'm kind of dealing
nice.
with seeing if this is gonna kind of bite into that. They were saying it's kind of going to be similar to Chew, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm ready for that. Yeah, man.
Similar to Chew. I've heard good things about Chew.
Yeah, Chew's pretty interesting concept.
Definitely, dude. And then for my cover pick of the week, I'm going with Sanford Green, Bitterroot, the Juneteenth cover. He had spoken that there was a very limited supply of this B cover, and like there's it got added in as a holiday, so it's very important. I think it's they have some other ones that are kind of going to be introduced, but knowing that it's scarce and Bitterroot always hits those B covers, I would pick 1 or 2 up, man. Put those away, maybe even 3. Yeah,
that's not Sanford Green.
Well, lay down the knowledge.
That's Ryan Coogler right there.
Right. Yeah, that's not.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought
Yeah.
it was the Sanford Green cover, dude. When I looked.
It's all right. It's all right. But no, that's a Sanford Green cover. But the picture is not Sanford Green.
Right.
Oh,
That picture's not Sanford.
Freaking Cyclops.
Yeah.
Where is he?
You can blame that on Cyclops.
I've been
He's
told all black people look alike before.
No. Walking away from that. No, get that away from me. No. Cutting that crap out now.
Yeah.
I was wondering. I was like, who is this guy?
I have nothing to do with the slides, folks.
All right.
Hey, but we corrected it on the record. We let everybody know that's a picture of Ryan Coogler, who is connected to Bitterroot as like going to be like doing the movie and stuff like that. But the artist is a gentleman from South Carolina named Sanford Green.
Right.
All right. Sorry about that, Nick. My bad. Thank you for correcting me, my man.
He's the homie.
Yes,
friend of the
for
show.
sure, man.
Nice.
Definitely, man. All right.
Nick, we're glad you got on here, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, we would have had Cyclops over here. I mean, oh, dude, you're gonna get a word, an earful, Alonzo. Just
You know what he'll tell us? He'll tell us why don't we make them?
maybe. Geek driven, what's cracking, my brother? You got Bricks, the Iron Geek. You got Dank Comics. Ryan Coogler, he put that into. Thank you, Dank. Dan Anime Exotera, my brother. All right.
Nice.
Let's get on to the next slide. I believe Justin is up.
Yeah, man. So my pick of the week has to go to Stray Dogs issue number 5. This series has been one of my favorite reads across the board. Marvel, DC, Indies, covers everything. This book right here is just one of the top books that I always look forward to every time it comes out. And this is the finale. Unfortunately, it's been so good, and I'm really curious how Tony Fleecs is going to kind of close this out. Trish Forstner over on the artwork, and it's just been a tremendous heavy read, topic. I know there's some people haven't read this yet. It is not just about cute little puppies. It is dark. It is a very dark book, and there are some pretty heavy things that happen in this book that it can be emotional. It can be it's a thriller. It's scary. It's a little bit of everything. So don't let necessarily the cute dogs fool you. But it's a great read nonetheless. And if you like dogs, especially, then that also ties in. So I recommend this to anybody. If you guys are not reading Stray Dogs, I think all you on the panel here are. I know Morbius, I got you into Stray Dogs, checking that out, and
I picked that up for sure.
Yeah, man, it is a great book. So that's my read of the week. If you haven't caught up yet, maybe you wait for the trade at this point, but it is closing out on this 5th issue. So, and who knows if we get more later.
That Friday the 13th cover is fire.
Right?
Yeah, I picked up all those horror covers.
Yeah, man, dude, and I almost had it as my cover of the week too. Like there was a couple of different options, even like the Bird City exclusive. That was another one. The Pennywise one, and dude, there was a lot of good ones. If you're into horror, kind of like Steve was saying before, like a lot of these horror books right now, they're good. So that's I'm gonna leave that as my pick of the week, and then for covers, because I did want to change it up a little bit, and other than just Stray Dogs. So I'm going with this Robin cover here. This is Francis Menapool, who I was not very familiar with up until recently. So seeing some of these Robin covers, I don't know if you guys have followed some of his other work, but these things are just stunning, man. The issue before this too, that all red one with Robin, it was super dope. So I'm going with this, and I'm a sucker for those space negative space variants. those are always kind of, so this is kind of similar vibe with the green on green. So
Is that Green Arrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, that's a pretty clean cover, man. They did great with the Robin one as well, man.
Yeah, and and I should add too, the actual book itself is really good. I mean, Robin's been pretty good so far, and I'm new to Robin, or I'm new to just Damian Wayne in general, but this has been really good so far. So it's a good read and a dope cover B coming out. So yeah. So I'll kick it over to we got next. We got JR.
So with the oddball from out in the left freaking field, I picked a DC book this week. Copy, be happy.
DC hater in your intro.
I know. I am usually a DC hater. I mean, I'm wearing a DC shirt. I mean, well, it's an Aussie shirt, but
Poppy's asking for the popcorn right now.
Did you lose a bet or something? What's going on?
No, I've always liked the group Checkmate in DC. I think it's an interesting concept. It's like their version of like a Dark Ops Shield,
like Hellfire Club.
Something like that, but it's more like Shield in the sense. But it's Brian Michael Bendis and I believe Alex Maleev is drawing on it. Which those two together, they did Daredevil for a while. So I just love them together. I know a lot of people hate Bendis right now, think he's crap. I think something like this, where it's characters people really don't care about, I think he'll do good. When he does big name characters that have a certain pedigree and have to have certain things, like Superman, I think he doesn't do well. But I think this is on like a 6-issue series, so he's going to have his story kind of written up and everything pretty quick. I think it's going to be a good dark read to read.
I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, I mean, in the past, Greg Rucka has written Checkmate. It's always a good book.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the Checkmate besides like a little bit of like exposure in like a DC card game I used to play. But they always had some cool designs, like the Rook people, and like everyone has like Bishop people. Everyone has like their own rankings and knights and stuff like that. That's kind of why I thought they were kind of like the DC equivalent of the Hellfire Club. But it's super interesting you're calling them like a Shield or a Hydra.
Well, they're not a bad guy group. That's why.
They're not bad guys. Okay.
They're not bad guys. Because they're kind of like the CIA or the boogeymen, where they're just that really dark ops group that they're not running around cleaning up people on the street. They're like trying to stop like the World Trade Center from being blown up. That type of stuff.
Got it.
So
the big picture stuff.
Yeah.
You got Copy over here saying, "Yo, let's get a video on this book."
Hey, I'll do it.
Me and JR. You guys might see round 2. Masterpiece making Tim Stacy is in the building. What's cracking, brother?
What up, Tim?
So that's my pick of the week. Now I threw it down to Morbius this week because I know Morbius, I love you, but you're not into new stuff, and I told you have to come with something fresh. So what you got for me, sir?
Well, I hope this is fresh. It's fresh for me.
Fresh.
You know what I mean? And I'm a back issue kind of guy, and I wanted to keep it with the horror, because I always love that old school horror. I love that ink, panels. I'm just big on it. So, and I'm big on these vampire tales. So this is actually, this one came out in 1973. This is actually third appearance of Satana. And this, to me, just alone, this cover is beautiful. It's a Jerry Conway cover. It's just illustrated so beautifully, and the inside artwork, you got Luis Dominguez. So, I mean, it's just beautiful artwork. I mean, you got 11 stories in it. If you're really into that vintage horror, 70s type of stories, it's not really, how can I say, it's not like how it is today where you have so much more, you just have a lot more in-depth storyline to the stories nowadays, where they have a lot more to add to the story. These are just one-off stories where they don't really, but they are fun. It's more nostalgic in a way for me, so it reminds me of my childhood. And you guys know I'm not really big on collecting current issues as much as I am, continuing my back issue collection. So I just love this book. And of course you got Morbius on there. I mean, how can you go wrong, with Morbius on the cover? So definitely would suggest this book for anyone who's really into wanting to dig into some old school stuff and check out some of those ink panels, interior artwork. That is just phenomenal to me because it just shows so much detail in the artwork, you know. But yeah, definitely this is my pick of the week, and hope y'all dig it. I don't know, JR, what do you think? Was it okay for you?
No, I love it. As soon as I saw it, I was just like, you're perfect. You just like exactly what I wanted.
If y'all don't know, JR like threatened me. He was like, if you come with some
I'm the kingpin. What do you expect?
That's number 2. If you come with some stuff, you know, that's not correct, I'm gonna come at you. I'm gonna pull your car. You know, I was like nervous. It took me like a whole week to pick this book because JR just had me like shook the whole week. Like I was like, if I don't come correct,
well, I knew you were gonna come with something good. I just didn't want the normal BS keys, and I know you wouldn't come with the BS keys.
It's a gorgeous cover.
Yeah.
I want something that no one has seen before.
I don't know if 73 is fresh, but I would say though. When I just looked it up on eBay, and you can get a nice copy of this for $50.
There you go.
That's not bad when you compare that to, you know, exclusives that you're paying $50 for a trade set, right?
Good point. Yep.
So you know you're getting something from the 70s, you know, well aged like a fine wine, you know, and it's a freaking awesome cover, man. That cover is just fantastic. Everything from the green smokestacks in the background to, you know, Morbius up front, you know.
Yeah, just amazing.
The only bad thing is once you get that, you have to get the magazine size box. You fall down that rabbit hole because now it's like, well, I can't have just one in this magazine box, so I have to go get like 20, 30 more.
Right, right.
To be safe.
Go right
to be
next
safe.
to your Batman Wang picture. All right, your
Batwing.
your Batman Wang. We all had to buy a box for that book. We all did.
It sure did.
Yeah.
But, yeah, guys.
Happy Father's Day, Hood Rat.
Man.
Yeah.
So who's up next?
Nice. Good pick. Good pick.
Thanks, guys.
We got Captain Obvious in that next
Captain Obvious, y'all. I mean, we got to go with Spawn Universe, man, and there's a lot of steam. This is going to be a title that's starting up. I would pick it up. Gunslinger, dude. Gunslinger covers always for me, dude. What do you guys think about this?
Loving it, man. I can't wait. I know Justin's not a big fan of Spawn, but
so I've just never explored Spawn. I have nothing against Spawn. I've never really read anything earlier, and I'm definitely gonna jump on board. I mean, yeah, like you guys are saying, and I've heard other people too. Like, if there is ever a time to kind of jump in, maybe, you know, right now is the time. Right? So the artwork looks awesome.
You've seen the movie, right?
No, I haven't.
Oh wow!
All right, so just, I'm gonna give you the worst analogy of Spawn ever.
Okay.
Right.
He's Batman with a Green Lantern cape.
Right.
Oh, what? Okay.
But you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. You have to watch it.
I'll go back and watch it.
Kill me in the chat for calling it that, but I did it on purpose. But you get the idea.
Totally.
But he also can't die either.
Totally.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's also true.
Well, also there's a lot of different creators that are kind of tied into this, right? As I know that he initially announced, Todd McFarlane announced, you know, had that big announcement of all those other creators. So I think that's another thing that kind of piqued my interest, at least, you know, giving it a shot. But that's it. Sounds interesting, man. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, definitely. You got Sparks over here throwing his indie fire, and I would agree that M&F's. Definitely. It was a successful animated movie that they released, I think sometime last year before COVID. And it did pretty good in the box office as well. So
nice.
So the hook on this book is that there's a Spawn in this book, a new Spawn of some sort. Is the girl Spawn a thing already, or is Viking Spawn a thing already?
Viking Spawn is a thing already.
Yeah.
We know the gunslinger is a thing, but has that girl Spawn, the Campbell cover, ever been like shown before?
I don't think so. So I think that could be an introduction to her. But they're gonna have stories. It's like a brand new series into the Spawn universe. So, I mean, you already, how many issues were there? Like over like 3. I think they closed out. Not even closed out, but they were like at 310 or something, like, if I last remember.
Yeah,
so this
like 319, I think they've.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. So.
Damn.
So she's Spawn, huh?
Yeah.
It's a dope cover, man.
That's a terrible name though. Like they're like, oh, you know, like we're just gonna call her She Spawn, just like your Stan Lee just gave up. You're like She-Hulk, She-Thing,
She-Venom.
Todd McFarlane was never known for great character names. You know what I mean?
He's in that boardroom. He's like, guys, I got an idea.
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you guys think of? And they're all looking all She Spawn.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Like,
Imagine being the fly.
They
look at each other like,
on the wall.
And they instantly cross out Spawn Woman that they had right there on the whiteboard. They're like, oh well, this idea was terrible.
Way better idea.
Way better.
Shouldn't it be like Spawn Person though?
Spawn girls. I'm just doing all this, Spider Woman.
Well, you can't do the female thing though anymore. It has to be like Spawn Person.
Well,
otherwise it's sexist.
She thing is a thing.
all I know, dude, is she's cocked and loaded, man, ready to fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bam.
Hey, yeah, that's one thing about Spawn. He'll make a bunch of guns out of his cape. Whoop. Yep, cape guns.
Damn.
Awesome. And they have knives all over them. They look cool.
Like an amplified Batman. That's interesting.
Yeah,
all right,
powered up to the nines.
Anything else on this, gentlemen?
No, I think that's it for that.
Yeah, I think that's it, man.
All right.
Now we're gonna move over to catching up with the herd. Much love to John Lover for that $5 super chat.
Hey.
Let's go and hit him with a band. Oh, let's go and hit him with a brand. Let's go.
Give me a sec here. This is the first time I've had to deal with a super chat. Sorry, guys.
I was gonna hit you with one, but
go for it,
brother. No, you got it. You got it.
No, I don't know where it is, so you go for it.
Swing away. Let's see.
I'm telling you, if you got it, go for it. If you know where it is, sir.
Yeah, we got a super chat right here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Much love. Let's go ahead and get into that. Catching up with the herd. Let's catch them up, y'all.
All right, so I wanted to jump in here, Steve, and let you guys know that there's been some changes.
Okay.
Some surprises going on here. So,
jeez.
Me and Morb come rolling in here. We had some things up our sleeves. We'll just put it like
fucking
that.
Alonzo.
Oh man, that's it, man.
It's Steve. Everything that you had expected out the door. All right.
Let's roll.
And this is good because Nick is on here too. So here he's with us. So this will be a good mixture here, all you guys.
There we go. I'm the question mark. I'll be the wild
there you go.
Yeah, he's gonna play the devil's advocate, man. Watch it.
I will.
We got plenty of devil advocate in this room.
There you go.
Excellent.
So first thing we'll dive into is Spider-Man No Way Home. What do you guys think of the glitch? What do you think it means?
Yeah.
I mean,
what they do? They showed the title card and the title card glitched.
Yeah. Basically. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's got to mean some Spider-Verse-y stuff, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, that's the obvious thing right off the board.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
let's get Toby back. Oh my God, Toby. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's interesting. You'll get Andrew Garfield as well.
Yeah.
I could do with it without him, man. But
okay,
as long as Toby's coming back, that was my movie, man. I remember getting out of high school. I got a speeding ticket on the way to go to see that movie. I was late, and I was even later because I got a ticket. But it was amazing. I think I saw the movie 3 or 4 times in theaters. The first Spider-Man movie.
Nick framed that speeding ticket on his wall along with the Spider-Man ticket. Right?
I cursed it out. I hate that.
Like you would do in concerts.
If it is Toby, though, they need to just open the movie with him going through the Twin Towers. That old scene that you can't find anymore.
Mm.
It would be. Wouldn't that be sick if it opened up with Toby instead of the new guy? That just like pick up where he left off. Like in this, that's the first 15 minutes of the movie. I might start crying. That would be insane.
There's so many directions they could go with this.
I think my man Phil's onto something too, and I would agree, man. Like if they really wanted to open the bar and leave you with a ish moment, at the very end, you're gonna bring in Miles.
Yeah.
Yep.
You'll have casting. That'll be that mic drop and the bomb that shorts everybody out, because I mean you got a successful animated film. Why not make it live action and really drop the bomb and really set it off? And I think Marvel, can do it. You never know, dude.
Well,
Shout outs
when
to
does that
Dave
happen?
Flex.
It doesn't. In my opinion, it doesn't happen throughout the main movie.
It'll
Miles
be
is
the
a
cutscene.
post-credit.
Yeah, that's
Right.
what I'm
very
You
saying.
gotta focus on Toby and Andrew and that Peter connection, right? Miles would just muck all that up, but it's gonna be like, hey guys, stick around for more next time,
Yeah.
Or they could have the big fight scene and it's a whole standstill, and Miles comes in and be his counterweight, like just all of a sudden just shows up in it.
He's like, I am Deus Ex Machina, and he just like kicks somebody in the face.
Or he flips that last switch they couldn't get to or something.
So here's a good question from the panel. Who do you think they cast as Miles?
Ooh. Dude, I kind of want it to be somebody we have no idea, like someone brand new. That's kind of where I'm leaning.
Somebody new, man.
I think somebody new would be great, but that kid from Stranger Things has been awfully quiet, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's been awfully quiet and just missing for a long time.
Oh, dude, that would be crazy, man.
Well, they are supposed to be working the last season of that.
Oh,
Nick,
really?
You're on to something, bro.
But you notice we haven't seen him in anything else.
Yeah.
Like we see the other kids in everything.
True.
It's almost like they have him tied up somewhere, and they're just like, you can't go out no more. You're now Marvel.
Dude, that would be epic, dude. Towards the very end, dude, have that end credit. That's when you guys look at each other because you're waiting there. You're just like, yep, I'm gonna buy another ticket for tomorrow. Straight up.
Yep.
That'll be awesome.
You think that there's any other Spidey people? Because we're all kind of in agreement that the three Peters that we all know and grew up on and Miles are high probabilities. Do you think that there's a live action Gwen in the works? That book has exploded in the last year. It lagged behind Miles's book for the longest time, and now they're almost the same price again. Both at $1,000.
It would make sense because them pushing to do diversification. It makes sense for her and Silk to be front runners for a female driven Spider-Verse book.
You got your man Bricks the Iron Geek saying that he was casted in a Netflix movie most recently, and it was on Netflix.
So he hasn't just disappeared.
Yeah, but dude, Nick, that would be a perfect casting role. I could see him as Miles and just freaking flying through the air.
Well, he pushed for the role, and they really like guys who are pushing for the role. Like the dude that's playing Shang-Chi tweeted out, "I want to play Shang-Chi," and next thing you know, he's playing the role.
It's like boom.
Yeah.
Got to be a go-getter for sure, man.
That would be dope. He's a young kid too. He could fill that role for a long time, and could see it for sure.
I would like it though if they pick somebody with Black and Latino heritage. Just be as true as you could.
Oh, totally.
To the comics.
Yeah.
And I think that would have to come from somebody new.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right.
I'm excited for sure.
I'm excited about this movie, man. I think this is going to be the best Phase 4 movie, especially for a Spiderhead like me. This is. Oh gosh, this is the stuff that dreams are made of that you never thought in your wildest dreams that we would have happen. But then who would know that superhero movies would be as big as they are?
Yeah.
Maybe I wrote a report on it in 7th grade, but that's something else.
Do you think we might get someone making a joke for Ben Reilly? When they introduce themselves, to say I'm Peter Parker or something, and they go to somewhere and they obviously can't all say, "Hey, I'm Peter Parker," when they're trying to talk to people. One of them says "Hey, my name's Ben Reilly."
I think if they just
throw away like that,
Jackal hints, I'd freak out. I freak the funk out.
We want funk.
Yeah.
Dude, Nick, I'm gonna start using that. No more F-bombs, just the funk bombs, bro.
It's all the funk.
Yeah.
Bring the funk.
Yeah, we ain't bringing that.
Save for Morbius and I.
Hey, you guys got him in the chamber.
I mean, I think you'd have to if you bring in a Ben Reilly reference or something like that without a Jackal reference, it would seem kind of out of place for me. I think if you're gonna hint at the Clone Saga, you have to hint at the catalyst for that. And not that I would be sad at a Ben Reilly reference. I'd be like, well, Scarlet Spider's a thing. It's real. It's going to happen. But you just show me that the Jackal's real and it's going to happen. I know Ben Reilly's wrong.
Well, I'm just thinking in general of just a little Easter egg for the hardcore Spider-Man fans that know who Ben Reilly is. They don't necessarily have to bring in a Ben Reilly and do the whole clone saga.
Something subtle.
Right. But just say, because at some point they're going to have, if there's 3 Peter Parkers, 2 of them are going to have to take different names. Because, they can't all be Peter Parker.
Right.
It wouldn't be great if this led into the clone saga. There's someone who's the Jackal who sees 3 Peter Parkers and then goes, ding.
Right. Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Could definitely go that route.
What if we get some crazy, do you guys think we're gonna get any different spider suit stuff? The armored suit, the big time suit.
We got the armored suit.
Oh, dude, big time Spider-Man.
No, we got the Iron Spider suit. I'm talking about the '90s armored
big
suit.
time.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, with the neon stripes, that would be crazy. The neon green.
Right, that was good on screen too.
Sick, bro. Yeah. That suit was on fire. Or the white and black.
Oh,
Future Foundation.
Future, yep, exactly.
You're seeing Hasbro, dude, rubbing their hands together we got these Spider-Man butts that we can repaint. And they're the best bucks, man. You're gonna buy them. Good God.
Shoot, you got Disney going, hey, we can come out with more Spider-Bot shells for their Spider-Bots are selling right now.
So, okay, that's interesting. What about Nalister Smythe being a villain in this?
Who's that?
Or being alluded to because the Spider-Bots are such a thing. Or Otto Octavius is back, right? That's something we all know is that Alfred Molina is back on the show. So what if he's more... Oh, gosh, what if they do the thing where he, takes over Tobey Maguire's brain or something like that? We get Superior Spider-Man.
Oh, dude.
Wow.
The possibilities, man. If they hit you...
So many directions.
Yeah. If they hit you with something like a ooh-wop, oh, wow moment, it's going to be you're going to buy 7 tickets to be watching that back to back to back.
All I ask for is just kill one Spider-Man. just give me one dead Spider-Man.
I have a feeling that Toby won't make it out of the film.
Oh, please, just give me one. I'd be so happy.
What's a way to get a bunch of 35-year-old somethings to cry? Is to kill Tobey Maguire in a Spider-Man suit.
They're why?
They'd be tears of joy.
Yeah.
Tears of joy.
Even you'd be like, well, he was the best one.
Yeah.
I actually think the current guy is the best one. I like the new kid.
Yeah, I like
he makes a good Spider-Man. I don't know if he makes a good Peter Parker as much. He's just so popular. He's so handsome. Whereas Toby is an ugly nerd.
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe I lean towards Peter Parker I just cannot stand.
We know, dude.
And maybe Spider-Man I have a little more wiggle room for.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Nick. I don't think I feel like they're not going to keep those characters. Those actors. I think it's going to be something kind of somewhat resolved. And then maybe that introduces Miles.
Right.
Kind of go like that.
Yeah.
They got the chat. When we jump in the next slide here,
let's do it. Let's roll on through.
Cool. So let's talk a little Bad Batch. I have to admit that I have not caught up on the latest episode. I'm a couple episodes behind, but I am enjoying what I'm liking so far. But I know you guys have some of you guys are a little more caught up than I am. So have at it.
Awesome, man. I'm loving it. To be honest with you, man, I really like where they're going with it. Especially this last episode. I don't really want to give too many spoilers, or should we? I don't know.
Oh, I'm gonna blow it off.
Okay, well,
go for it.
Yeah. Justin, sorry, man.
No, go for it. You're good. I signed up for this.
Just the whole setup that they had, because throughout this show, they are the Bad Batch. We understand that. We understand their history, as reject, per se, clone troopers, clone soldiers, and but you know, it gives you start to get more of a sensibility of like this, like, you know, they're human at the end of the day. They have values. They start to, you know, they have moral standards and that are outside of that, you know, stormtrooper, you know, clone trooper type mentality of just, and it shows that cohesiveness with them. And then with the, obviously with the my God, I forgot her name. Omega, yes. With Omega, you know, it adds that, you know, fatherly, you know, children, family unit, you know, to it. And you taking care of this child, but at the same time, this child is like key and very important to what's going on and very valuable asset to, you know, the Empire. And so they're like protecting this child at the same time. They're like, it's like a family unit almost. And just this last episode where, you know, when they brought Bane in, and it was just like, yo, it was so dope, you know, because it just brought it right back, you know, to the show. You know, it brought it back to Rebels, and it just like it just ties a lot of stuff in. So I thought it was really dope, man. I'm really digging the show, man, for real. I really like the way they're going with it, you know. It was so dope, man.
See, I enjoyed the fact early on, like you start out with, I forget the big guy's name, Crusher, was teaching the kid how to disarm a bomb, and he basically is like, okay, this is how you do it. Now it's your turn. Go ahead and do it, and you got 2 minutes. And the kid's like, you're kidding, right? And kid ends up failing, but Crusher just kind of laughs at him and goes, oh, it's just a smoke bomb. And it's just cool to see stuff like that where you can see like it's a big brother, little sister type thing between those two.
Yeah.
A lot of people I see they're saying like Crusher's become their favorite character of the show.
Yeah.
Because he's got a lot of personality. You can tell he's the heart of the team. Which makes me sad because I know like 3 seasons down the road he's going to be the one dies. But I could just see like they're building her little by little. She's learning.
Yeah.
I mean,
I haven't watched this show yet, but like the Omega chick you're talking about reminds me of like the princess in the Never Ending Story with that like, you know, head dangly thing that she's got on there.
Right.
You know, I don't know. I know Cad Bane's in it though. You guys spoiled that for me.
Yeah. He's in like the last 15 seconds.
Yeah. It's really cool.
You won't miss it, bro.
So it's in the last 15 seconds of the finale?
Well, it's not even the finale. It's like the mid-season.
Yeah.
There's 16 episodes, I guess.
Yeah.
Got it.
But I mean, the whole episode with them just running around, trying to get the stuff out, and
dude, what about the
point
showdown?
capture the ordnance.
That showdown was dope too.
3 clones and a baby.
That's it, dude. That was it. Geek Driggin hit it with the
3 clones and a baby. That was it.
Man, it was sick, man. I love the towards the ending, man. I mean, they're always like a couple steps forward. You had Crosshair up in there too. I mean, it was an awesome episode. I dug it. I can't wait. I just
like
need to keep
Crosshair.
seeing. Me too, dude. Me too. I mean, he's dope, man. He's exactly what they told him to do, man. He's just trying to follow orders and get it done. And dude, just the showdown with the team, dude, it's freaking amazing. They're just always one step further and always thinking, dude. It was just amazing. It was a good episode, dude.
Is this 7 or 8?
Like this, like
I think this was 8.
Oh,
yeah, this was 8, I believe.
Wow. Okay.
I feel like he won't be a good like live action character. Like he's just too weird looking. You know, like it's not like put him in a dog suit, it's good to go. He's got like this whole face muzzle thing. Like it's a lot of stuff in the face, and I just don't know how that's going to translate.
It all depends on who. You have to get someone that's a really good, able to deliver lines with their eyes and their body. You know what I mean?
You need Doug Jones.
Yeah.
8 episodes left, y'all.
Ooh.
Damn.
Ooh.
Man, that's gonna go fast, dude. And then we got Loki too in the mix.
Hey, man.
Time flies, man.
Hell yeah.
So what else we got in this mess?
All right, so I think we have. Oh yeah, we have a little verses here that we have thrown in here.
Ooh.
Here we go.
I mean,
between Jedi and Sith specifically.
oh,
Oh,
Kind of a where do you stand If you want,
Sorry, more breeze are going down.
I thought we were going literal, like this fight right here.
No. I mean, you could.
If you want to go that route,
you could.
You could go that route.
But if you were choosing, what side you were on, or
I think post Mandalorian now, you have to say Luke is the most bad A dude out there with wielding a lightsaber, man. Like
100%, dude.
So let's just.
I mean,
I'll take Luke in this fight too.
Me being a Sith lover, you know what I mean? Of course, I would pick, Darth Maul if it was like, Sith versus Jedi. But if this was an actual fight between these two characters, I would have to say, of course, Luke is the skilled fighter or the better fighter over Darth Maul. As far as at this level, the game where Luke is, if this Luke right here, Return of the Jedi Luke, going with Darth Maul, like, yeah, I would have to go with Luke. I'm sorry, JR. I mean, I would.
I would go with Luke in this one.
Yeah, I would go with Luke, man. But if it's a like I said,
lost to Liam Neeson.
Yeah, if it's Jedi Sith, I'll go Sith. But as far as this fight right here, Luke all day, man.
Man, I think you think about how thankful I am to Lucasfilms right now for giving us that little bit of Mandalorian. Just a little bit allowed all of us to have that confirmation of, Jedi Knight Luke was, the truth. Whereas what we always kind of wondered, because he was just so casual, so cool in Jabba's palace, and then did like a jump kick and stuff like that, and that was enough. We're like, okay, this is supposed to be enough for you guys to know that he's super Jedi now. And then we had like the Phantom Menace, and like these guys are doing literally ballerina effects and stuff like that. We're like, how was he supposed to keep up with them? And then the Mandalorian and Filoni, thank you Filoni, gave us what we needed.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, well said.
Needed that validation, man.
Just a preview point. Also, several of us are going to Baltimore Con, so I'm setting up to get a sketch done by someone there. And I said, hey, you can do Luke, or you can do these other people. And I was like, but I want like Jedi Knight Luke. And so the guy's like, well, are you talking about like with the little white showing that he's a good guy, or are you talking about the Mandalorian scene where he's got the full cape and everything? And I was like, and he's like, the cape would be fun to do. And I was like, you got it. Do it with the cape and everything. But I mean, that just shows you how much of a change that Mandalorian scene made. It
was an impact
for Luke's character-wise.
Yeah.
Totally, dude.
But I'm just curious, how many Siths do we have here? Like, raise your hand if you claim Sith. Okay. So it's 2 versus 3. Okay.
Yep.
Jedi, baby.
Jedi all day, baby.
Look, man, you want your eyeballs looking all weird like that, man, and like you want to be disformed and disfigured and stuff like that. There's some things in the small print when you become a Sith that you're good, that you're signing up for, man.
Man. Hell yeah, for that lightning and choke, I'll do it all day.
You would have like bulldog face, like pug face, like
that's that.
But Nick, I could sit here and just go Nick, and just choke you like that, and you just go.
Luke could force crush too, man. Even though he's not supposed to, right? I pick gray Jedi. I pick gray, and I don't look no freaky way. And you know what? I'm beautiful. I got long, flowing hair.
That's right, man. And you got a nice lightsaber, dude. That's it. Green,
nice
gray, purple, whatever, man.
He's a special case. We're talking overall, general. Let's not be all specific. You know what I mean? To try to be cute. Nah, forget that.
Yeah, shot.
I didn't know JR's the a-hole. Steve's the funny guy. I'm the cute one.
That's it, man. You float like a butterfly, bro. You float like a butterfly, like Muhammad Ali, bro.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
What else we got here?
Let's see. Let's jump into the next one. We got. I'm talking a little bit about some Loki here.
Oh my eyes!
Earmuffs, for Nick. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about the view.
Sorry about it.
So I'm good. I'm here now. You know what? I you can't be on YouTube or the internet without seeing that spoiler right there.
I mean,
It's
So do you
certainly
want
out
to take your headphones out now, Nick?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna
Yeah,
watch
okay.
it anyways.
there.
Yeah.
Dope. What you think, guys? Man, this was awesome. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
I fell asleep through half of it, so I got to finish. But from what I
Man,
was seeing, man, it was dope.
I'm loving it. I'm like,
So I feel like, and I know we were talking a little bit backstage about this before we went live. And JR, you mentioned something that really, I think, speaks true to what I feel like I need to do, and that is to rewatch this episode, probably multiple times. I just had, one sitting, and I will be honest, I was kind of glancing at the golf scores at the same time. So,
Yeah, you can't
kind
do
of
that with this
right.
one.
You can, you definitely can't.
You gotta be 100, man.
Yeah.
Like I was watching, I
It's-
completely missed the Pompeii scene.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
Oh yeah. No,
information.
That's a huge
Just-
scene.
was golf too fast acting for you? You couldn't have taken an hour away?
Dude,
Too much action?
No, it sounds so weird because golf is obviously such a boring sport, but I had some really good opportunities to make some good money, and it was kind of hard to look away. It was kind of unusual.
I got you.
For this event, but yeah, it kind of was. Yeah, it was a U.S. Open, so. But I will say I did feel like this particular issue dragged out a little bit in the middle. It starts off very slow, and there's a lot of scenes of research and libraries and reading and then talking about what they read. I don't know, I just felt like some of that was not needed, I guess.
I think
it was like a really wordy comic book, which is just not my preference. I know it's out there and obviously it's needed depending on what the story is about, but it just kind of reminded me of that. So but I'll admit, like I said, I wasn't all in, so I definitely will catch up and rewatch everything. The ending was dope. Definitely leads you into wanting more and seeing what comes up next. And I won't get into too many details, I suppose. But
I think they had to make it wordy and stuff to show how clever Loki is,
right?
Because they restricted Loki so much. He was like, "Oh, go read the books on this," and it's like, "Oh, here's the books you get. It's a pile of 3 books." And you're just
3 folders.
Well, it's like obviously that's not going to do me anything if anyone else can look through this.
Right.
And he showed his ways of getting around to get other material and stuff of that nature. And the fact of figuring out that, I can go to these places for this specific reason. I'm trying to be somewhat open so Nick doesn't get the whole story, but and I can do whatever they want and it doesn't matter. And I was like, that's kind of cool. I didn't even think about showing the rocks on basically a fucking there's my one basically a Walmart in the middle of nowhere. But I mean, it's cool to see that it was a Roxxon or whatever.
Oh yeah, that was big. I hope that there's more to that company.
I think they're going to.
Yeah,
I think so. But I thought that information was important, because it's so much going on when you like the way they break it down with the alternate timelines, the Nexus, and all this stuff. There's a lot of information there. So I felt that helped those people who are not so comic book, those are just like new to this, they needed this information for them to get more of a grasp on the story and how they got from point A to point B, especially explaining, like you said, it shows Loki's importance in this, and it gave him his chance to shine and to show how he is valuable, to Mobius and the whole, time authority, time bearing authority. Like it just showed like his value to the team, and it gave him that step up because, like you were saying, the whole time this Loki, Lady Loki, she's pretty much like outdoing him, on all other levels. You know what I mean? They keep calling her the superior Loki, and he's like not. So this was his time right now to shine. So I felt this information was needed, in that sense, to not only for that aspect, but also for, not only to give his shine, but also to give that information to new people who are also trying to catch on. And it's a lot of information, man. It's like my wife per se, she's watching it, so new to her. So watching those scenes were like, those moments that she was like, all right, I'm able to keep up with the story. I'm able to keep up with it a little bit more because now I understand, how that works, because because when somebody who doesn't understand that or doesn't grasp that, the way the universe works and how they portray it to work, it'll throw you off, So I thought it was important, and I loved it, man. It was great, man. Really enjoyed this episode.
I've heard a couple people have bad, like not bad reviews, but like their main criticism, at least on the first episode, not this episode because I haven't seen it or watched any reviews on this episode, but the first episode, a lot of people said it was too wordy. And then it's interesting that Justice says this episode is also too wordy, but I love that stuff. I love all the exposition. I love giving me all the information about this is the reason why this happened and this is what, because it's filling all the gaps. I feel like this show has a lot of work to do to kind of
fill gaps,
fix what the Avengers Endgame did, right? And Avengers Endgame allowed them to what most of the time you're watching a movie and they do, or a TV show, they do time travel. It's like, oh, you messed up the whole TV show. You messed up the whole movie because there's so many continuity errors at that point from the time travel that you would almost need a whole television show just to fix everything. And I guess that's kind of what this is. And I think that's really cool. Because like if you watch a show like Rick and Morty, or you watch any interviews with them, they say that they didn't want to do time travel because it's too messy. So they did alternate realities instead because they can do whatever they want. Marvel's kind of having their cake and eating it too. They say, oh yeah, we can do time travel and we'll make it messy. And then we'll just go and clean it up with this TVA thing and all this stuff and these little reset charges and all that stuff. And whoop, bing, bang, boom, so nothing really existed. And also now we have all these excuses to do other versions of these characters. I just think, I think it's really cool. But I think, though, she could probably have big horns like Loki. Why do you got to give her the small horns? It's kind of messed up, man, that, she gets the small horns.
Well, the other thing, too, is this. When you think of the character Loki, I don't think of him as being a powerhouse. Yes, I understand he's a god. But, like, if he fought Thor, like in a normal fight, Thor would beat the crap out of him. And I expect Loki's going to be sitting there going, hey, wait a sec. You really shouldn't do this because of this, this, and this. If I think that, I'm expecting his show to be, it's not going to be, oh, let's just speed through everything, do Fast and Furious 9, 10, and 12. This is going to be him sitting there talking and working through stuff. It's going to be very much a Law and Order type show. And it's different strokes for different folks. But I do like what I think it was Dank was talking about, and also Astro Wizard was talking about with that. What if at the end of this, and this, I'm sorry, Nick, I'm spoiling something. So if you want to take your ears out, take it out now.
That's fine. I'm going to watch it. I know Lady Loki and probably Kang.
End of the story. They basically screw up the whole time. Like several detonations go off and screw off the whole timeline. That they're trying to keep the perfect timeline.
That makes sense. She's been capturing those and
there's theories out there that Kang has been running this whole thing, and Dank brought up in another comment that maybe this is where we blow up the timeline, get out of Kang's control because he's got in control now, and he's actually behind the TVA, and that the next 4 episodes are going to be about us putting it back or discovering that at the end Kang wanted us to put it back because it's under his control, I guess.
Yep. That's what I've been hearing too.
Yeah, that's something that you think about where Mobius kept talking about that other analyst. Well, she kept referring to as the other analyst that, she's not the only one. So then who's this other analyst, And who's the other guy that he keeps referring to? And so I mean, we got to keep a lookout for that too. Who's gonna, who's this next person that's behind the scenes also working, with her and working with the timekeepers. So pretty interesting to see where that goes.
So here's another little glitch. I'll call it a glitch in the system since we were kind of sticking to the theme of glitches here. But here's a little interesting question for you guys. So, and this is something we were talking about even with Alonzo of saying, is this? I think it was Nick. Or maybe it was one of you guys just said that it was, or maybe it's Morbius that said that that this was Lady Loki. But the other question is it Lady Loki, or do you think it could possibly be Enchantress? Because I know that there's been tie-ins to that as well.
That's from when I was watching Comics and Coffee, they brought it up that on a different channel. I think it was in Spanish. They didn't have her name as Lady Loki. They had it as somebody else. So it's possible that it could be Enchantress.
Well, they talk about enchanting others. Like they use that, kind of phrasing and terminology as well. So that also is, just something else to kind of consider.
And she
But I
kind
thought
of
her
uses
name
that
was
power during
Lawfrey
it.
Son something, though, right? It was still Lawfrey something.
But what if? Okay, so go back on the theory of Kang running everything. What if Kang put that name as Lawfrey, making us think it's Loki, but it's actually Enchantress, or she could have enchanted somebody to change that name.
Well, do you know when Loki got checked into TVA, it said gender was like both or something like that, or it was like fluid. His gender said fluid.
It said fluid.
Right? So, that's right there letting you know that there was a Lady Loki that was going to show up.
Right. Yeah,
right?
That's what I think so.
And then to switch it to Enchantress just out of the blue would be so odd. Right. I think if Enchantress shows up in anything, she's going to show up in a Thor something. But, like, what's the story? He's rocking around with the Guardians right now. I thought she was going to show up in the Hela story, and she didn't.
Well, there is part of this story where different people are enchanted. They're clearly enchanted.
Like she changes bodies like several times.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that she
Mobius was saying that there are different. Not only there are different variations physically, but also with powers. Of Loki. So when he was giving that explanation, and you saw the little holograms of him showing all these different versions of Loki, variants of him, variants. He also said that they have different powers, and then that's when Loki was able to shine once again and break down the difference between illusion and the other I forgot off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But this once again, so who's to say that this isn't Lady Loki, but she has these different powers. So some are still related to Loki's main characteristic powers list, but then you have different variant powers where you have this one here, which is very similar to Enchantress, but at the same time it's still Lady Loki because of what we were already set up to believe that they may have different powers. That's where that's why I still keep saying might be Lady Loki, and also her age. She seems older, and that's another reason why I'm like sticking more with Lady Loki. And but
you feel like Enchantress would probably be younger, right?
Younger than that. I don't think that she would be that old. Looking, she'll be a lot more younger. And
I'm hoping it's Enchantress just for some fact. I love that look of Lady Loki.
Off, man. Just throw things off. I don't see the reason why it would be Enchantress. Like I don't.
Enchantress has been a love interest of Thor for a while, and it just doesn't make sense.
Doesn't right? I don't see why she would be messing with Loki. If it would have been Thor in this situation, I could see it. You know what I mean? Because that's what she's done in the past with Thor. But as far as Loki, I don't see that. I don't see it at all.
What if it's somebody that's a shapeshifter? It's not even.
I'm
just saying. I mean,
definitely be it
because it could be. I mean,
Loki's a shapeshifter,
right? I don't know. I just think it's got to be somebody that is smart enough to understand what Kang is doing, and if that whole theory is correct, in trying to blow that up. And I really don't see Enchantress being that smart.
Well, Loki's like true form is a blue-faced frost giant.
Yeah, I know.
Like I want to see Savage Loki. I don't even know if that exists in the comics, but I want to see like a full-on frost giant Loki.
That'd be cool to see.
Yeah,
that'd be wild.
But let's not one thing before we go to the next one. Let's not also. I know everybody's talking about Kang. And, we're getting excited about it. But remember, let's not, the same thing happened with, Vision, Scarlet Witch with whole Mephisto, and everybody thought Mephisto. So I'm kind of feeling the same thing over here with Krang. I don't know. I'm starting to get that vibe. Like, we're focusing too much on it. It's too much.
That he's not coming?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
At least
we know, man. But we know Kang has been casted.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's the difference.
But then,
it's not like we're jumping at mutants when no mutant has been cast yet.
Right.
True. But will he pop up? He's casted. I'm sorry. He was casted for the show.
Kang was casted for
The MCU.
Just
yeah,
for the
the
MCU.
They
MCU.
just announced that actor,
Alright.
the actor from Lovecraft Country,
Okay.
was going to play Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah.
And that was official, but we don't know in what yet.
In what? Right.
But
Exactly.
we
Right.
think the number one theory is that's Ant-Man Quantumania.
Quantum, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think it's a little different because Mephisto, there was never a confirmed actor or anything like that. People still just kind of, we're just hoping for it.
Yeah,
I think Kang is a little more real. I think at this point.
Yeah, but
Just-
I don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't know. I'd be surprised they would throw Krang, such a big character in this show. You know what I mean?
No, not in the show. I'm just saying that I think he's definitely going to be in the MCU.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Whereas
I
Mephisto
don't
was
think
not-
he's gonna
was
be
not
in
confirmed.
The show is what I'm saying. I don't think.
It
I
may
can see
be
a
one of
post-credit
those.
scene.
It could be that, or it could be like with Ahsoka when she's looking for Thrawn in Mandalorian.
Right,
where
that
we
he's
just get the
referenced.
name.
We hear his name.
Yeah.
Right.
It
Exactly.
could be that because Kevin Feige has
I don't
come
see
out
it.
and said this show's going to have impact.
I feel like it already has from episode 1. I
Yeah.
pacing around my living room going, "Oh, this is the most important one," you know.
All right,
It
let's
was good,
All
dude.
right, let's go. Yeah, let's go.
kick it up to the next. This whole thing.
Oh God!
Isn't this like 2 weeks old now?
Yeah.
Something like that. It's just dumb. I mean, let the bat have some fun.
I know.
I
man.
mean,
for her pleasure, bro. For her pleasure. Come on.
I think, look, WB is going to make decisions that they need to make for the betterment of their stockholders like myself, and I think that who's to tell them what not to do. I think that the Harley Quinn show has had a lot of leadway to do whatever they want for the longest time, and they've been pushing the envelope. Maybe it's just something like you can imply it. Maybe just some things don't need to be as gratuitous.
so okay, Nick.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me it's okay to show Bat Wang in a comic, but it's not okay to imply that Batman eats a little kitty?
I'm saying that the comics have also done lots of crazy things, and I'm not saying it's not okay to imply it. But they wanted a scene which showed it, right? Like they wanted a scene which showed it. I'm sure in a tasteful manner.
They weren't going to go like this and splay it open.
I get it. But what I just sometimes you have your main character and you're like, okay, it's fun that you go have fun in little Harley Quinn world, but we have Lego Batman, we have this other stuff and this other area where 6-year-olds wear Batman, and it's just like you can do whatever you want in the comics, you can do whatever you want in Harley Quinn world. I think their response was worse than actually just saying no. If they would have said no instead of heroes don't do that, people wouldn't have got so up in arms, right?
So if it would have been Poison Ivy that did it, you think they wouldn't have had a problem?
I think that they would allow, I think that they allowed Harley Quinn to have that relationship on the show. Like I'm sure they probably would have allowed that. I think when it's Batman, it's like SpiderMan. Like you just can't do certain things with them, and they are the money makers, And I think anybody that
We were looking for the money shot.
I think anybody that has a problem with them making business decisions is just out of place. But I think the response is what everyone was up in arms about. That the heroes don't do that.
Yeah.
It's a very insensitive response, and they shouldn't have responded.
I don't know.
But Batman's a playboy, dude. I mean, he got to get it.
I mean, I don't know. In this day and age, when you have stuff like Pride Month, and I'm not saying Pride, but it's basically something that's based on your sexual orientation. Sex is becoming a very up in front type of thing. This country in general is, we don't want to talk about that. Let's just kind of keep that behind closed doors. It would be smart for them to just go, you know what? Let's just let it happen. It's not that big of a deal. We're not going into graphic details on it. I mean, I don't know. I just don't see it as being that big of an issue. Everyone knows Batman has to have sex at some point. I mean, Yeah, otherwise, they're walking around with a loaded gun.
They don't
He's in
have to,
BDS.
man. I watched Dragon Ball. Goku has no idea how Goten and Gohan exist. He has no idea.
Talk about a culture
They
that's
just
sexually
exist.
repressed.
Just like I go home, I eat a bunch of food, I wake up, kids are there. You know.
Boom. Here's a different kind of angle at this because we had kind of two slides here, but as kind of a versus, how who do you guys think are the better couple or the better lovers or however you want to answer that.
Either way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I'm gonna go with Batman and Selena, bro. Come on. That's
Is that Wonder Woman?
I think that's Superman and Lois. Looks like
I think it's supposed to be Lois.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go with the people who are special. Lois is just a journalist. Shout out to all the journalists out there. But you're in a world of gods, and Superman or Batman and Selena get pretty close.
Yeah. I don't know, because it's literally like your grandparents versus your brother and his girlfriend. Because it's like I look at like Lois and Clark as like they're the stalwarts. They're like that's how you want your marriage to be. They're together for 60, 70 years. Batman and Selena are your brother and his girlfriend, and it's like I don't know if they'll be together in 5 years. They're fucking hot together.
Isn't it canon that like Superman shaves with his laser eyes? Like that just tells
no,
me
don't go there.
Man. That relationship shouldn't work, man.
Oh
No.
my god, that's laser surgery.
Go read the pro for those answers.
I'm going Bat and Cat here. Got to go Bat and Cat.
That's it, man. I'm with you.
Yeah,
Gus.
man. I'm gonna go Bat and Cat, man.
Bat and Cat sounds like the start of some new COVID virus. It sounds
Right? Bat and Cat. Watch yourself.
I got the new Bat and Cat.
The new Bat Cat variant.
That's
That's that new Netflix and chill, dude. I'm gonna go get some Bat and Cat right now. I'll be back.
Cats.
Yeah.
Man.
Here's the next thing up here. Confirmed casting for in the Marvels here. So I'm actually not even that familiar with some of the other listings. I know they had Marvel Boy here as a potential, or what's his name? Amadeus Cho. Yeah, and then what's the newer guy's name here? Taskmaster, from Taskmaster, I should say. Down at the bottom. Anybody know that character's name? I forget his name.
Captain Pepsi.
Yeah.
That's what we've dubbed him.
Captain Pepsi. I remember. God, I don't actually remember his name. It starts with a T though, but I know Alonzo had brought it up previously. Oh my god!
Do you think that, or what direction do you think they're going with this casting?
Oh, I want it to be Amadeus Cho so bad.
That's what I was gonna say.
I know what it's gonna be Marvel Boy because that's the only one I'm not prepared for with books. And,
I think it's Marvel Boy.
Yeah.
Of course, that's the one. Right?
Books. I got that Taskmaster Captain Pepsi book.
Yep.
I got all the Amadeus Cho books. It'll be Marvel Boy just to spite me.
But it doesn't make sense to put Amadeus Cho in there. I mean, the whole movie's the Marvels.
Mm-hmm.
So Marvel Boy is a Kree warrior. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Did he play Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat? Was he Liu Kang?
I don't know. He looks like he's of a boy band.
What do I know him from?
Yeah, I was gonna say he might be a K-pop band member.
Yeah. What's that K-pop that invaded McDonald's a couple weeks ago?
If you don't listen
Probably
to
one of them.
K-pop, you just don't listen to good music.
I don't listen to K-pop, so.
I'm like, what has he been in?
I'm not sure, but oh man.
So I would like to see Amadeus Cho, but I do think, like you said, JR, I don't think it makes sense. I don't think it would really make sense for the Marvels, or at least the direction you would think it would go.
I know he's a South Korean actor. Like, supposed to be pretty well known.
Yeah, he was not in Mortal Kombat.
But he also, just that look, it's kind of a metrosexual look, and I just don't see Cho looking like that. I could see Marvel Boy in that face.
He's very pretty.
Yeah. But
it could be Cho. Like his mom is in the MCU. Like that did happen, and I think it was like Iron Man 2 or something like that. You know, they showed, or was it the Avengers? Like she was working on Ultron's body. Like Armitage Cho's mom was working on Ultron's body. I think
He was from the Goonies. Pinch it from hell.
So it would make sense, and it would be awesome. Like,
That is
really, how much of a leap would it be to bring in Cho, right? Where he comes in, plays a little small part role in She-Hulk, and then goes in Marvels as some scientisty kid, and then She-Hulk season 2, boom, full on, like, move to totally awesome Hulk. Ruffalo's got to be getting close to done.
Oh man,
Could see it.
yeah.
All right, here's a little extra here, and this is kind of mixing and mashing. But if we're going with the verses here, which do you like for the actress matched to the character of these two?
JR, go ahead.
Sir?
Alonzo, we might have to talk after this because I've already used my F-bombs for the night. I honestly would go with Daisy Ridley. I don't think she is as bad of an actress as she portrayed in the films. I think she just got some horrible writing for her. I do think Brie Larson is a good actress. I just want her to fall off the face of the planet.
Very subtle.
Yeah, well, way to get your point across.
It's got to be Brie Larson, man. I think Ray had horrible writing compared to what? She's not even a character in the comics or in any canon until they just made her. So all that writing is her. That's who they made.
Yeah, but the problem they had.
Whereas Brie Larson, you could say, oh well, it's bad writing. Captain Marvel in the comics isn't so bad, and all this other stuff, right? So like, I gotta go with Brie Larson, man. I haven't even seen the last Star Wars movie, the last Skywalker, just because I was dreading all of those scenes, the entire movie.
I'm gonna say I'm down with Nick, man. I'm gonna go with Brie Larson myself.
All right.
Morb?
Me? Only because I'm gonna stick to Marvel, and let's just keep it going with the whole, like what everyone is saying. Not really feeling Ray. I'm not really feeling Brie Larson either. But if I had to pick the lesser, evil, I would have to go with Brie Larson.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence on this as well, but I'm gonna go Brie Larson as well. But I do like Daisy. I do like her. Like I maybe just in some other things, as hopefully we'll see her in some other things. But I'll go Brie Larson for this particular option here. Let's jump into the next thing. A little glitch here. All right, so we threw some other things in here with kind of non-comic book related, and this is interesting. So I don't know if you guys listen to Opeth or if you know who
Justin,
Opeth
you
is.
can't even you can't judge this one. It's just bias right here.
Well, this was interesting of a versus because I think JR, you're a Led Zeppelin fan, right?
No, yeah. Favorite band.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, this was kind of and I don't know if any of you guys ever listened to Opeth before. And if you didn't know, I'm really into heavy metal. I mean, I listen to everything, but Opeth is one of my favorite bands, and they are a Swedish doom death metal band, I guess you can call it. But some really dark yet beautiful stuff that they put out. So this was kind of just like a versus clip that we want to throw in here. For me personally, I don't think it's so hard because obviously like Led Zeppelin is legendary. So I'm not even going to argue that any of these newer bands could top something like what Led Zeppelin has done for the music industry. But I do love Opeth. So maybe
but
just
now,
for.
I'm just curious because I'm trying to remember Opeth. Is it more the unable to understand what the hell they're saying? Like they're
So there is a form of I guess we'll call it growling, not screaming though, not like emo screaming, but more of a darker growling. But there's a mix of things. So they have a lot of clean singing. They have a lot of like the lead singer is incredible. He can do it all, and I've seen him live several times. They're really impressive. I mean, I would say the
We'll have to
guitarists are probably better than what Led Zeppelin can do, or at least nowadays, I guess, since they're older. But
we'll have to when we get to Baltimore. We'll have to talk.
Yeah,
bring your music. I'm down to listen.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like obviously, there's not like one is bad, one is good in this, in these two. But I definitely would recommend some Opeth if you guys have never listened to it before. Anyone here on the panel listen to Opeth? No.
I've heard this.
No, I have not.
I was agreeing with Astro. I was like, who's Oprah?
Oh God.
I gotta go with Zeppelin. Zeppelin, man.
Understand.
All day.
Stairway to Heaven.
I will say Mastodon is a little more my tempo compared to Opeth.
What'd you say, Mastodon?
Mastodon's a little more my
God, dude.
area.
So that was the other band I was gonna name when Alonzo initially even asked me this, because they are my other favorite band. So I didn't know which one to kind of go with, but Mastodon being a little bit more on the American side, I figured I'd change it up, get some European in there with Opeth. But yeah, dude, we'll have to talk some metal later.
If I go Europe, go with like fantasy rock, like Dragon Force. I need to hear about like riding in the battle and like flaming swords and dragons in order to be really into it.
Totally, I dig that too.
There's some Zeppelin of that.
I would say I think Opeth has a little bit of that too.
Okay, I'll have to check them out then.
I'll send you guys some recommendations. And then the other one that we had kind of thrown in here, and this is a little bit more of a Morbius versus hip hop to me here. We had to throw this in here just a little bit.
Man. Oh my God, dude. Why you gotta do me like that? Oh man, I gotta go with KRS-One, dude. KRS-One all day. I mean, I love Biggie, but KRS-One is there's more hip hop to that. It's more I wouldn't even say underground, dude. It's just the roots of hip hop, man. I mean, he's lyrically dope. I mean, his music has inspired like culture, the hip hop culture, b-boys all around. I've seen him in concert. He's an awesome person in person. And it's KRS-One, man. Knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone. Come on, bro. So for me, it's KRS-One. Chris One. What about you?
More?
Oh yeah, come on. You already know KRS-One, man. The man, the legend. That is my favorite MC of all time. I grew up listening to KRS, man, and coming from the Bronx myself, Boogie Down native, as well as KRS, it's just, I have the records. I grew up, just mastering his music, listening to it, breaking it down, digesting it. And it's just like Steve said, he brought that knowledge. He always kept it about the knowledge. And that's something that, was vital to us growing up in the hood, at that time, in the early 80s, and the 90s. You needed that balance in hip hop. And you needed that teaching. That's why he's called the teacher.
Yeah.
And that's, I think to us growing up, if we didn't have KRS-One, man, I don't know where hip hop would be. In that beginning stages, of hip hop, I don't know where it would be, man, without KRS. And to me, I tip my hat to KRS on all levels. I never forget the time I believe I was 11 going on 12. There was a block party going down right across the street from Yankee Stadium, because I grew up right there on 164th and Walton Avenue, right a block away from Yankee Stadium, which was 161st and River Ave. So you go down, and it was right down the block. They used to have these like big ass parties right across the park from Yankee Stadium on the summertime. You had Jamaicans throwing their parties, all of that. And I'll never forget it. And then you had that big park that was right across the street from the courthouse up the block. And that's where everybody would hang out, at nighttime. So me and my brother walking through, and who's there? Of course, rolling up, a joint. At the time, it was like, mid 80s. And he's rolling up a joint. He's there with Miss Melody, D Nice. They all there chilling on the bench, And I think this was right before Scott LaRock was killed, his DJ. And his first album came out, and I'll never forget it. My brother recognized him. Of course, he's older than me, so he caught his eye real quick. And he was like, yo, KRS. And he looked at us, and he was like, yo, stay up, shorty. And I'll never forget that. That's all he told us. Stay up, shorty. Because we were two little kids walking by. We're like, oh, shit, KRS.
Dude, that's sick.
And it was the best feeling ever, seeing him in that environment. looking back now, it's crazy. You know what I mean? To realize who you saw at that time, because you just it was your kids, so you don't really realize it. And then when you're older, it was like, damn, that was a legend right there. And he didn't even probably know he was gonna be a legend at that time.
Oh yeah, he's Mount Rushmore for sure, bro. Mount Rushmore for sure. Like who cannot want to dance to The Bridge Is Over? I mean, that beat is hard. If you're not
for JR anywhere, man.
For JR, he doesn't have a rhythmic bone in his body, so he might not be able to hit that. But like I'm not gonna judge it.
That shit.
Hey, I'll just sit down and let the girls dance in front of me.
Yeah, right. Get out of here.
Oh my goodness, Nick, where do you stand on all this, Nick?
I mean, I agree with all you guys on KRS-One, man. Like, what he's meant to hip hop. All I gotta say for the chat out there, since we're unanimous, is whoop whoop. There's the sound of the police.
That's the sound of the beast. I put that in my story not too long ago.
That's so sick, bro.
I don't even think it's a contest, man. I think a better one would have been like Biggie versus like Mobb Deep or something, or we would have been like Universal.
Right.
Dude, I dug it. You put me to the task, bang.
There you go. All right, next up, we're talking about some covers here, and we're going with X-Men comic covers.
Oh,
nice.
If we're talking iconic covers, I mean, if there is the one you had to choose on this board, what do you go with?
Oh wow.
Oh.
I got to go giant size X-Men.
Giant size X-Men. 100%.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's
so recognized.
Or just like let's do this. Like to have the book, or to have just like a poster of the book.
Poster,
right? So
I'm talking just like how recognizable it is, like how iconic it is compared to like any other X-Men book out there. But yeah, I mean, we could talk Own too. We could talk Own for sure too.
Definitely now for sure, man. That book is it definitely stands out. But to me, I would have to go with 268. Which is right next to it. Which is Captain America, Black Widow, Wolverine, only because once again that brings me back to my childhood. You know what I mean? You know how I am, guys. I'm all about the nostalgia, and to me that book right there is iconic. I remember picking it up off the rack with my brother. I remember reading the story. It's a dope ass story. I love it. They meet before World War II, so it goes to show where this actually was the first meeting of Cap and Wolverine. So that was pretty cool, and then you have them all meeting up. I think it was like 1941, 1942, the story takes place. So they knew each other before even World War II, So I thought that was pretty dope. When I read it as a kid, I was like, oh man, this shit is so dope. And then that Jim Lee cover, it's like phenomenal. So to me, that would be my pick, would be that 268 that's right next to it, man, because it's just iconic to me, man. It brings me back to my childhood. And it's just a dope story. I just like it, man. But definitely for now, of course, the GSX is a big book. It's a beautiful cover, of course, iconic cover. And yeah, man, I think those two books stand on their own, just on two different levels for me.
Yeah, more. But it's interesting too because you were with me when I bought my copy of that, the 268.
Yeah, man, that's right. And I was so excited when you picked it up, man, because I felt like, I was back in my childhood again. When you was picking it up, it was just like, oh man, this is so dope.
Yeah, guys, I didn't even want the book. Morbius he was twisting my arm. He had my head on the floor.
Get that book,
and he's like, "You're buying this thing."
Yeah,
I passed on that book before. I regret passing on that book for $5. Like, I'm upset, and I had to pay double for it eventually. But I think this might be unpopular. I kind of think the giant size X-Men cover is kind of corny. It's kind of corny. Oh, we busting out the page. It's kind of corny. It's been done a gazillion times. My favorite is 135. Her jumping up, grabbing the title.
Right.
Just I'm so big. I'm bigger than life. I have that poster framed in my house before I bought the book because I like the cover so much. I couldn't afford the book.
Yeah.
Right. 268's dope. I kind of wish the whole your story Morb is awesome, but I'm like, I need more copies before everyone keeps blowing this book up. It's a 90-piece book,
Yeah.
it's like it's already. I think it's like $30-$40, and I'm like, come on, guys, just show back.
That's the thing. Like to me, me, I don't collect based on value, man. I collect based on the artist, the cover, and my completion of runs and just nostalgic value of it. That's why a lot of times I don't even know the values of these books because I don't even chase value. I'm surprised sometimes, blown away at some of these books and the value they're at, because to me, I look at them in my mind, they're still $5, $3 books. And then when I talk to somebody, they're like, bro, are you crazy? That book is like blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, word? Like, I ain't know, and that's why to me, it blows me away. But as far as like these books here, man, I think they're all fucking, that's number like 4 for me.
Though I would switch out that Days of Future Past for the other Days of Future Past.
Oh, I was going to say, I saw Raging Cajun mention that. He said, where's 141?
Yeah, because that wall's iconic cover.
Agreed.
You gotta have 141, and you can't deny that volume 2, number 1, that whole full cover set. That Claremont Jim Lee. That's iconic there too. It's a '90s book. Sure. That book is once again probably worth like $4. But at the end of the day, it's a beautiful book. I would love just having those in your PC. It doesn't matter, man. It's just a great book to have.
Well, and just like there's another one. I think it's 251. It's Sylvester drew it, the purple cover with Wolverine on the cross. Where it's just raining, it's just black and purple.
There's some great in that run, man.
I love that cover. That's like my favorite cover.
The storm, Jim Lee, or is it Willis Portacio's storm, where she's
got the mohawk?
No, she's got the rain coming down on her.
Yeah, the rain.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that cover. And then there's the Brood one, the Brood Sylvester.
The Wolverine.
Like Wolverine.
Yeah, with his claws, he's just holding.
Oh yeah.
Sylvester.
Yep, Sylvester. Yep, that's classic, man. Classic covers, man. And man, these are all beautiful covers.
It's hard to there's so many. I mean, even 101 is like
exactly
so epic. It's such an epic. I mean, hopefully they redo that in a much better way than they've ever done it before.
Now, how many of those do you have?
Cool. I need to buy it. Every time I go to buy that book, some dealer wants like $600, and I just look at them all sideways. I'm like, seriously? $600?
It's like never coming down, man. I just keep waiting for it. I'm like, I don't want to. I'm not gonna pay that much, not for like a mid-grade copy or whatever. So, but yeah, it stays at that price. Even when the movie was bad, it stayed at that price. Even now that there's no movie at all.
$135 for $40 right now, and that cover is awesome. Just so awesome. Or any like what was that other one? The double size. I can't see the numbers from here, but that double size Phoenix Must Die is just beautiful in person. The purple top, all the colors pop.
137. Yeah.
137. Yeah.
One of my favorite covers. Yep. That would be a sweet poster right there too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, even with the bike ad and everything on it.
Oh, absolutely. You got to have the ad. I feel like it just goes with it at this point. Kind of matches their boots and everything,
I would love to see like the original work without the ad, like the black and white.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
JR, you asked how many I had of these. I think I have everything except, well, I mean, I am missing 100 and 101. And then I think I'm missing just 4, X-Men 4.
Yeah,
I think I'm
missing the only one. GXS 4 and 1. That's all I'm missing. The big ones.
Missing
all the big
one.
Ones.
All the big ones, yeah.
I'm missing 1 and I'm missing 100, but I got it coming.
Oh, nice.
I got a 100. Well, I will trade for a GSX.
Oh, Nick, we'll have to talk, my friend. We'll have to talk.
No.
See, that's another one right there. The 100. I was shocked, man. I had no clue about that book, man.
Yeah, that's gone up too. I saw it recently at my LCS. It was like 175 or something like that for a decent grade.
But just everyone remember, Fantastic Four is next. Go searching for Fantastic Four and leave the X-Men stuff alone. Let those prices come down.
That Marauders book is a good underrated book too. What that one in the top right corner, the gray one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 210.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Underrated.
That's definitely underrated, man. So many books here, man. It's hard to just.
So here's a little extra tidbit, little verses here. Quick question for you guys: who would you want on your team if you were putting together your own X-Men team? If you had to choose between these two, Rogue and Psylocke.
That's serious.
I mean, Psychic Ninja versus someone who. Well, hold on. Which Rogue? Are we talking about Powerhouse Rogue with Miss Marvel's powers, or I have to run around and try to touch somebody powers because
Hey, everything that she comes with, man. Everything that she
Exactly.
comes with.
Everything.
I gotta go with Psylocke, man. I think psychic powers plus a sword plus a psionic sword is just kind of overload. Like she might, like Rogue might not even get to her. She just goes psychic.
Well, let's make sure first. This is Psylocke before she's split out to be Revanche, because in recent books, she's Elizabeth Braddock as Captain Marvel that has the psychic powers, and Revanche that does not have the psychic powers.
That's a good point.
So if this is the old school one, I'll take the old school one.
So
Japanese assassin.
Does she just have like just energy projection, no psychic powers?
I think that's what she has now.
I'm gonna go Psylocke, dude.
Oh, Psylocke.
Jim Lee just threw her, man.
Steve's like, I just like the name. I like the name.
Yeah. I'm going with Psylocke. Ninja, sword, dude, martial artist.
I already know Justin.
She's gonna mollywop the heck out of with Rogue, man.
More, where do you think I stand?
You're gonna start going Rogue, bro.
I was gonna say Psylocke just because of the purple, and I'm a Ravens fan. But I probably lean on the Rogue side.
I thought you can go Rogue because of white girl.
I know you're tight, buddy. I know you're tight.
Hey, no, I just like that the possibilities are endless with Rogue, man. I mean, sure, she's got to run around and grab somebody, but once she gets her hand on you,
she will grab you, bro.
Things happen,
She'll give you that tender love care,
Captain America.
What'd you say?
Rogue had to fight Captain America. You can't take Captain America's powers. You can make him tired, but you would just get nothing.
I mean, she retained the powers that she already had. That's one thing. Right.
Yeah. It depends. Yeah. It depends what level of where she's been, I guess. Right.
Has she been around lately?
Has she? Oh goodness. So this is kind of the last bit here before we dive into kind of wrapping up. I know we're at hour and 36 or whatever. Anything else you guys wanted to add before we kind of dive into some of those thumbnails?
Oh, she's gorgeous though.
Cool.
Beautiful covers.
All right. So this is obviously one of my things. Just have been doing my top 10 picks every Thursday. It airs at 12:30. I premiere at 12:30 Eastern time, and these are just books that I'm looking forward to reading. They're just my top reads of the week each week. So this one just came out this past Thursday. If you guys haven't seen it yet, check it out. And then this Thursday coming up, we'll be talking about next Wednesday's New Comic Book Day stuff. So trying to stay consistent with that. And then, of course, Morb, I'll let you kind of talk a little bit here about this stuff.
For those who don't know, of course, this is Comic Relief, a show that me and Justin do every Tuesday at 7:30. We alternate from Justin's channel to my channel now. We're actually, this week is going to be on my channel. So if those of you who have not subbed up, I would appreciate if you guys go over there, sub me up. It's the same handle, Morbius Comics on YouTube. And if you're not following me on IG, check me out on IG as well. Same handle, Morbius Comics. And Comic Relief is a dope show that me and Justin do. It's about, we like to touch on touchy topics that the comic community doesn't normally talk about, stuff that, might rub people the wrong way, or just, people that
some debatable topics.
Some debatable stuff, you know what I mean? That really, that people have opinions on, and we love to hear everyone's opinion because we always say we're not experts. This is just our personal opinion based on our personal experience in the collecting comics and in the comic community. So we definitely love to just, bring these topics up to just see where everyone's at and share these opinions that we have and hear everyone else's opinion and build off of it, Because like we say, no one's perfect. We're not experts once again, but we do love to, roll it up a little bit and get the people talking, because I think we need this in our community, because I don't see this a lot. I don't see people really challenging each other in the comic community when it comes to like debating and really having opinions on certain things. We tend to stay away from stuff, so Comic Relief is definitely the show where if you want to see stuff going down, definitely come on by. Once again, Tuesday, 7:30. It's either on Justin's channel, No Good Comics channel, or it's either on my channel, Morbius Comics channel. So it alternates every Tuesday. So definitely come by, check us out, and you won't be disappointed. And
it's
okay, Justin.
I was just say I know we had Steve on recently as a guest.
Yep.
We had JR recently as a guest.
Yep.
Nick, man, it'd be cool to have you on at some point
Let's
too.
go, man.
Yeah, hit me up, man. Hit me up,
Gotta
and
get you on,
let's
man.
do it.
Hell yeah, that'll be dope, man.
Yeah, copy saying unpopular opinions. Exactly. Pretty much.
It's a great show to be on, man.
I'm full of
I
unpopular
dig
opinions.
Right, exactly. You know, and and you could definitely curse on that show, especially on my channel, not Justin's channel. My channel, you can curse, you can say whatever you want. You know, it's no holds bars when you come to my channel. But yeah, definitely, guys, man. Hopefully, you come check it out, and like we said, man, we love to see you guys in the chat, and yeah, Justin, what's next, brother?
Next one up, just a shout out to my good friend John's Comics with Kids. We are actually wrapping up our first season of the Omni X-Men show that we've been doing, where we basically took the Claremont omnibus that has been reprinted probably the third or fourth time by now, but it was our first omnibus. We both ended up buying it, and we were like, hey, you want to start talking about some of these issues as we kind of go along. And I know John has been a diehard fan since he was a kid, and I've obviously just jumped right into X-Men and become a big fan over the past couple of years. So we've just been reading this. So we are going to be wrapping up this Tuesday. It's going to be a big episode. And if you guys are X-Men fans at all, if you have some time, swing by. It's going to be on John's channel, John's Comics with Kids. It's kicks off at 9:00. It'll probably be like an hour and a half or so. We're doing a bunch of giveaways. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're also breaking down that issue 131. So that's what we've been doing each and every week, just kind of talking about the different or we've been reading throughout, starting at Giant Size X-Men 1, going to 94, and just reading through. We're at 131 right now. And the omnibus, oddly enough, stops in the middle of the Dark Phoenix saga, which is kind of weird. But so we are going to be talking about this particular issue. We share our thoughts, and then we'll do some fun giveaways and stuff. So even in the live chat, we're going to give away some things. So if you guys are just if you're free, swing by, and then we're probably going to take a little break over the summer, and then maybe jump back in the fall. So that's Omni X-Men. It goes on my channel and John's, but this week, tomorrow, 2 days from now, I'll be on John's channel.
What a great cover too. That 131 was
oh man, White Queen. I think that's White Queen's. I think that's Emma's first cover.
Yeah, first cover. Yep.
You gotta love it, right? The go-go dancer, like cages, and just like that look on her face is just crazy, and it's just so many good Emma Frost covers, and this just sets the tone.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, we broke down 129 2 weeks ago, and that was like really kicking it off. Like, we were excited to dive into that. So we're just going through this saga. Like I said, it's weird that the omnibus kind of broke it up, and
I bet they did that to get people to buy the second.
To buy the next, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe. Yep, keep it going. But yeah, if you like John Byrne, if you like Claremont, anything X-Men, join us. I'll let you guys kind of talk to this stuff here. It's upcoming Nerd Herd stuff.
Ooh.
All right, guys. Mark your calendars this Thursday, June 24th. We are having our 1K celebration. Thank you guys show. And we got a lot of books from the community. I just got Copy A to one that messaged me his books that he'll be contributing. We got Moonlit Comics. We got Michelle contributing comics. We got Something Wong, our brother, contributing comics. We got Uncle Rudy. We got The Herd contributing comics, and a mixture of things. Definitely join us, Geek Driven as well. Shout outs to Geek Driven. And we have our special guests that are showing up on the show from the community, as well as some of the creators that have been on the show. So we cannot wait. We got some big news to kind of we got some big news. That's it. We just got big news, and we can't wait for you guys to see everything. It's been a lot of hard work, a lot of time coming. And we just want to thank the community. Without you guys, we wouldn't have gotten to this 1K. It's been an awesome ride, and we continue to keep pushing forward and kind of bring out more content. We got a lot of these different shows that are coming up, and you'll see them in the next couple of slides as we go down the line.
Hell yeah, absolutely! Congrats again, you guys. It's
thank you guys so much.
It's huge, man. I think that the next slide here is actually kind of talks a little more detail. I think.
Oh yeah.
So here you go.
JR, take that one, brother.
Yeah, I got this one covered. So, if you guys haven't already, go and watch the video. It explains everything. That is the video that you need to leave a comment on. You need to first subscribe to our channel, which you should by now.
Yes.
You need to leave a comment on there with the hashtag TNH 1K giveaway. Make sure that's in there, guys. I've seen a couple comments that don't have that in there. If you don't have that in there, you're not going to be able to win. For an additional entry, go over to our Instagram account, and over there you can tag. There's a post up there. On that one, tag 2 of your friends and leave the hashtag TNH1K giveaway there also. You can say whatever you want. We don't care, but just as long as you make sure you put those comments, the hashtags in there. That'll give you an extra entry so you can win 2 times, or you can have 2 chances to win. You can only win 1 time though, everyone. There's going to be a lot of prizes though, so I would not be shocked if pretty much everyone in the chat wins something.
Definitely. Nice. And then for anybody that's we got a question for anybody that's in Australia or out of state. Will contribute, I believe, $15 towards your shipping. You would have to pay that remainder, but nice. That's pretty much it, man.
Yeah.
Sweet. Awesome.
And I'll keep it rolling here. I know you guys got a couple other things here.
Oh yeah, Nick, you want to take this, brother?
Yeah, man. Catch us out here on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. We're going to be talking about the bottom half. This is where we take a look at cover prices, bottom half of their top 20, and we cover them. What we like to say is the bottom 10 are next week's top 10. So if you want to find out the books that are going to be talked about on the top 10 shows next week and the week after, come to our show first. We got the heads up for you guys.
It's a really dope show too. I like that you guys had Azores on last week. It was a lot of fun.
And I believe we have Brother Rudy on this week.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Which will be his first appearance anywhere. Also, it's, I believe, issues or slot number 12 through 21, because Uncle TiVo does a 1 through 10 with an honorable mention, which is number 11. So just know that we're doing
graphic.
Yeah, we didn't have a chance to change the graphic, but that's fine. It's number 12 through 21.
Cool.
Nice.
Very nice.
Right. And then, thank you so much. No, before that,
yeah,
that's fine, Justin. No problem. But before that, we got on Wednesday, we are having Nearing Nirvana over for the Mondo Mail Call. We are moving it Wednesday because Thursday we will be having that 1K show. Definitely stop by and check the girls out from Nearing Nirvana. If you guys are not subbed up to Nearing Nirvana, definitely sub up to them. They're putting out great content. The girls are awesome. JoJo, Jen, Laura, and also Lucy have been putting in a lot of work, and they have a lot of different directions that they're taking as well. I mean, I love the topics that they've been creating, and they're nothing short of amazing. We love them, and we can't wait to have them on the show. And also, JR, talk to him about Thursday, brother, or Friday.
Well, do you don't want to drop? Oh, it's Sunday. Oh yeah. Well, it's Friday we'll be dropping the 3rd episode of This Is the Way, the Star Wars story. Obviously, we had Morbius on the first one. I believe he had a fun time. No blood was drawn, so we're good there. This week's episode is going to be Wookiee Fanatic 19, or better known as Sam the Hero. It's going to be another great one. I'm always looking for people that want to be in future episodes. Just hit me up on Instagram. I'll add you to the list, and we'll figure it out. I think Nick wants to do one coming up soon. I didn't know if he knew what Star Wars was. So
I can tell the story about how I acquired my VHS original set.
There you go. That's the type of stories I love to hear. But yeah, we've got a nice long week for you guys. I hope you don't mind our ugly mugs, because I think you got at least 3, maybe 4 nights this week, don't we?
Yeah, man. I think we have Saturday off, and I think Monday. But the rest of the week, man, we're trucking and gearing into Sunday. I mean, we're double downing, guys. You guys know we got the topics of the week, but Perpetual Comics, my brother from another mother, on Sunday, June 27th, we'll be dropping the mic, and we will be reviewing Alonzo Comics and Pops and I, and Perpetual will be reviewing Moss. Nice. Number 1 with AWA Upshot. We took this week off due to Father's Day, but we are cracking again, and we will be same thing. If you guys would like to jump in on a dropping the mic segment, definitely hit me up on my Instagram, If you have a book that you'd like to recommend and we can kind of go over and review together, we'll definitely do that as well. I know JR and I are working towards book binging as well. So we got a lot of shows that are in the mix. We want to make sure that we're bringing good content. If there's certain things that you'd like to see or certain ideas or anything for that matter, tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like. Definitely let us know. But, you know, at the very end of this, hit the bell, the notification bell, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and definitely sub up to everybody on this panel. Sub up to your community because everybody's putting out great content, and it's the best way to grow. So definitely sub up to everybody. We can't wait for Thursday, y'all. And that's pretty much it, man. I think.
Is there any more bumpers in there, Justin? Or
That's
is that
it.
Yeah, like I don't want to second guess myself here.
You're good. You're good.
All right.
So, any closing statements, anyone, before I get us out of here?
Sub up to the IG, you know, like sub up to our Team Nerd Herd IG. You know, like Steve was saying, we want suggestions, but the places that we're looking for them is in the comments and on our IG page. So.
Will we begin cell phone balling anytime soon? I saw that Dot is now on Coinbase.
Yeah,
so,
I want to talk cell phone balling for you guys out there that are investing and have been with us. Hold on tight, guys. We got a lot of volatility in the market, but as soon as my partner Hood Rat has some time, we'll get another cell phone balling going. I know he's been quite busy recently, but with this, you know, 1K giveaway and all this stuff, we've been preparing for that. So once that's kind of behind us, we'll hit up with the cell phone balling. But to you guys out there that have bought Bitcoin, we still hold our Bitcoin. We haven't sold, guys. Just because we're not talking about it doesn't mean we sold and we're just like acting like we'll hope this stuff just goes away. We're still holding, still bullish. But yeah, we'll hopefully be able to announce that soon, and we'll announce it on the IG page.
There's also a huge amount of NFTs all of a sudden coming out. Because I know Panini came out with one, Hot Wheels came out with one. Someone else just did. I think it's a new video game that all their items are going to be NFTs.
Yeah, the Dallas Mavericks just said that they're going to do NFTs with their tickets. So they can create an NFT with their ticket and then provide additional value, which is Luka Doncic smiling at you saying, "Thank you for coming to the game," you know, and that kind of stuff. So, you know, like crypto and this stuff is going nowhere, guys. El Salvador is mining Bitcoin with volcano power. The future's very weird, but yeah, we'll be here with you guys throughout all of it as soon as we get past this milestone that we hit. Thanks to you guys.
And one last thing for you, Nick. What's up with your comic?
Oh, for me, my comic, it's out there, man. My comic's on Amazon. It's Relic Volume 1. You know, it's still out there. It's got great reviews. You know, maybe we could do a review sometime, Steve, you know, of the online comic. But yeah, right now I'm waiting to hear from the company whether we're going to do issue 2. So I got a lot of ideas, and yeah, I'd love to hear about them from you guys. How you guys like the comic?
Oh, okay. Let's set that up, Nick. Let's set that up, brother.
That's the end of the prodding I have. I just had to ask all that stuff.
You did a great job, JR. You did a great job.
Right now, man. I appreciate the plug.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You want to take us out? You want to take us out, you guys?
Yeah.
Or Justin.
Morbius.
I just wanted to say a quick thanks for having us on, man. And shout out to all the dads for a happy Father's Day. Hope everybody was safe and having a good time. And again, man, always love collaborating with you guys. You guys know that, so I appreciate you guys having us on.
We love you guys, man. Thank you guys for coming on.
You
guys are fam all the way.
For real.
Definitely, guys.
Thank you for having me, for real.
From San Diego all the way up to the East Coast.
Hell yeah.
That's it, baby. That's it. World tour, man. Round them up.
So, Justin, you want to say the magic words?
If you want to do it right, collect what you like.
Bam.